What's going on, guys and girls? How are you doing today? It's Roleplayer once again. Today I want to do a bit of IRL for you. I want to talk about a couple of things, and the first and the most important is that I recently crossed 1 year of full-time streaming. Yeah, last year, 30 May, I actually quitted my job and decided to kind of pursue the career of content creator and a streamer on Twitch. I quickly got the affiliate on partner program on Twitch and kind of started from this. I had literally no one on Twitch, and I mostly got around 4,000 people on YouTube. I tried to stream on YouTube first, and I switched to Twitch as soon as I got affiliated, as I cannot stream to both. So I started just streaming on Twitch, and it kind of started growing up from there. I literally had no one on Twitch, like maybe 100 people, and I could stream for like 2 days, 3 days a week, maybe in a year. When I was had a full-time job, I couldn't really stream that much, mostly because I was on a job, and if you have a job like full-time, 8-10 hours a day, you can't really stream on a job. You'll just get fucking fired. Definitely. Even though I could spend most of my time developing builds because I could read a lot of information, I also had I was a heavy Diablo player back in the day, and I'm still kind of like Diablo 3 and still like to play it from time to time, just not create content anymore because I did most of the things already, just nothing else to do for me. But I could read and play Diablo 3 and on my work, so that's why I kind of gathered a pretty decent amount of people around me before I started streaming on Twitch. After that, I still played Diablo 3 for I think a month maybe. It was season 12 as far as I can remember, and I quickly gave up on this when I reached like Paragon 1000. I think it was this and red runs and all that shit, and kind of easily started boring, and I realized that I just did everything I could for Diablo 3. I did absolutely every Crusader build possible in the game. I did every Barbarian build possible in the game. I played every Monk build possible in the game. I knew Demon Hunter builds pretty much as well. Necromancer kind of didn't really appeal to me that much. I did a couple of builds, but it quickly became super boring with the same mechanics with 2-minute cooldowns and devastating skills that just bombard everything in a matter of seconds. So I decided to switch to Path of Exile and just started learning, because I fully returned to Path of Exile during the Legacy League, and this is when it kind of became and sucked me in back and sucked me in full time, and I decided I'm gonna get strong in Path of Exile. I'm gonna learn a lot of things. I read a lot of things, I tried a lot of things, and eventually I got so much better. I killed my first Shaper, and I think it was the Harbinger League, where I got my Dark Pact Totems build. This was my first Shaper kill, and it was a total blast. I learned so much in Path of Exile right now that I started creating builds, and these builds are really solid, even though they are not like maybe not 100% accurate sometimes. I try to be super accurate and super in-depth, just like I did in Diablo 3. That's why I really kind of am proud about the builds that I do, because they all work, and I'm a pretty casual player, and you know, I don't have mirror gear. I'm not swimming in Exiles, so it's kind of very good. I think that I'm doing a pretty solid build, and I'm recently just in the Incursion League, when I actually did about 4, 5, 6 builds. People started noticing me, as I've invested a tremendous amount of time in self-education, and bring myself to a point where I can really do some quality content in the Path of Exile, even though Path of Exile is an incredibly old game at this point, and you know, there are very few solid players out there that can still play it every day. and they are kind of gurus in Path of Exile, and I'm really not. I'm just learn my way through the game, and I can teach someone else with these builds, and I really like the non-meta stuff. I don't really jump into the meta sheet and try to kind of, capitalize on it. I don't really care. I play the non-meta builds. I explore niche stuff. That's why it's kind of a cool. So this is the good part I get, and the most important thing that I wanted to say, guys, is I really want to thank you all for staying with me. For the new people who just joined my channel, my Twitch, my YouTube, everything of it, I really like to thank you guys, because you are the reason I'm still there and I'm still clinging myself to this streaming career, even though it's not really a career. It's like a giant hobby that eats all your savings, and you but the outcome that that I have, like this replies, your comments, like people enjoying stuff, people enjoying content, amazing people that I found through the years, amazing people who just sitting there every day watching my stream, watching me play the game, playing music and all that stuff, learning the game with me as I learn it too, exploring different other games, all these things that keep me going, guys. And I really wish to continue. I really don't want to drop this, because even though it's extremely hard from an adult point of view, because I turned 35 in April, and at this point, it's pretty damn crazy to run this as an attempt to be a full-time streamer, but I'm still clinging to this. I really hope I will pass all the bad things in my life, and it will become even stronger, and I can create more interesting content for you guys. As for the bad things, the bad thing is that we will be relocating to a new apartment around a week or maybe 2 weeks. So we're leaving this place where we lived for almost 5 years, taking my girlfriend, and we are relocating closer to her job, because around a year ago she found a job which is really nice, but unfortunately the trip takes over like almost 2 hours every day, so it's incredibly exhausting for her to travel so far at the other end of the city near the airport to actually work there and return. Then it takes too much time. She barely has time for anything else other than doing her job, and it's extremely exhaustive. And we decided to relocate so she could have much more time, spend free time on her health, on us as well, and doing something positive for her life. So we will be relocating, and these are some crazy expenses, because I need to buy packing materials, I need to pay for the trucks, I need to pay for the carriers and all that shit. Unfortunately, I also had to pay like for this apartment that we're living in, like for a month ahead, because we are moving in the middle of the month, and so we had to pay like for this apartment and for the other apartment as well, so we can kind of book this, right, so that would not go off. So the expenses are really crazy this month, and I don't even know if we'll have I don't think we will even be possible to afford a small vacation for her in August. She has a birthday in August, and unfortunately this year I'm not even sure we will have the funds to travel for even a week, because the expenses are pretty high. So I know don't really I like to ask about anything, guys. I fucking hate this shit, but at this time of my life these things are getting a bit problematical. So if you have like 1 cent to send my way, now this is the time, because these expenses will be very, very heavy, and possibly when I relocate and settle up on a new place, things will get better for me. But this time it's pretty crazy what was gonna happen. Also, unfortunately, I will not have the monitor. I don't have the monitor, guys. This is another big problem for me. because right now where I live, I have this TV screen, and I actually play and record everything on the TV screen. It's just a small 26-inch TV screen. It's not even full HD. And at the new place there is no TV screen, TV panels, or any kind of monitor. So I think eventually I will have to somehow buy a fucking monitor, but I don't know how I can afford this. It's just very expensive. It's like $200-300 for me, which is a lot of money for me at this point. And I think I will temporarily have to grab the TV from my parents, because this is where my old TV is, where I used to play in the past when I lived with the parents. So temporarily I think I have to drag this shit with me so that I can actually do something outside of sitting and watching on the fucking walls. So this is what I will do temporarily, but eventually I will have to fucking invest into some kind of monitor, because I just don't have a fucking monitor. The only monitor that I actually have is somewhere on the it's just incredibly old. It's like 15 years old. I think I still have it somewhere, but it's just tiny. It doesn't even, support these new resolutions that are now on the game. So it's kind of useless. The only thing that I can use is either a new monitor or just an old TV screen that I need to drag with myself. It's super heavy as well. So these are the news that I wanted to tell you guys, and I hope that you're not super bored with this IRL, because I rarely do these IRL videos because I don't really like to blabber a lot, but at the same time I wanted to share my thoughts and what's gonna happen in my life for the next months, weeks, whatever, guys. Thank you once again for all your support, guys. It's really amazing to see so many people joining my channel, kind of reading the guides, because I started doing the guides more in depth, Path of Exile guides. I'm still gonna do Diablo 3 as soon as it gets some kind of new content, or maybe some new Diablo game. So this is it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much, and see you soon.